Alrighty then. Hello, my dirty buttholes. I have returned. Okay, so, um, I did some racking of the brain because I could not. I, I kept on going over in my head every single heart piece, and I couldn't figure out which is the one I missed. So I went ahead and I did some farming, replenish some stock. So I got some, everything's all maxed out, except for that. So, then it came to me. You know what was giving me problems earlier? Dampe's grave digging. So, off camera, I checked to see if that was the case, because I didn't want to waste, waste video on that nonsense. And yes, that was it. That was the missing heart piece. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Then become an adult, become big, and then we're going to do Shadow Temple, my favorite temple. Oh my goodness gracious. I hope you can hear me. Well, I did a little test to make sure that you should be able. Of course, I just now muted the TV. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that, although from what I can tell, you can't hear the TV. You also can't hear the air conditioning turning on and off intermittently, from what I can tell. Although, it would appear that you could hear some of the farts I've been making. I hope you've enjoyed those. I shouldn't be over here during the day. Okie dokie. Sorry, a little distracted. And that should work out. I think if you play Sun Song in an area where time does not flow, it will actually put you, what's it called? Like if I were to play Sun Song in Kakarika Village, it would make it midnight. So playing, yeah, like, and like if it's midnight, like Dampe's not gonna be there, so that sucks. And there's the old fart himself. There we go. Alright, let's see how many times it takes. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do it the slow way. So, my little friends, what shall we talk about? About what shall we talk? Let's see. What is there to talk about? I was, rereading, Machikado Mazoku again, The Demon Girl Next Door. The titles don't match up because, in Japanese it would be, Street Corner Demon, or Demon Clan, Demon Family, because that would be, if you were to, like, do literal translation. And Street Corner and Girl Next Door, those sound kind of dirty, don't they? But it's a very innocent and cutesy thing. It's like not at all dirty, which I like. I don't like gross dirty things. But then again, I was also saying how much I liked gushing over magical girls, and that is quite the dirty thing, but it's girls' love, so it's not that bad. Alright, still not getting anything. But, yeah, there's a few, there's only like a few comics or carts of these anime that I have watched and read. but they're good enough that I sometimes will reread them. I feel like this commentary is the worst yet. It just keeps getting worse. Oh, speaking of commentary, um, the audio, I know it's still not good because I'm still using the only mic I have, and getting a new mic is not something I can do at the moment. Might not even be anytime soon. Not sure. So I'm gonna finish this series, and I'm gonna see if I can get a new mic before I start any other games. Because I don't want to. The reason I'm sticking with it now is because I'm too far in. Like, there's no stopping now. I'm beyond the point of no return. So, but I want, like, if I'm gonna do another game like Condemned, I'm gonna want to like get a better mic so it isn't as annoying to hear me. Um, I'm still super frustrated over the what was it, like the first like 5 or 6 videos with the terrible audio so bad that you can't even like hear or understand me most of the time. Definitely not happy about that, that's for sure. There's no real point in re-recording those, especially now that I've gotten this far. So I think basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, well, I might do it, well, I'm going to upload them, but later on I might like start a new game and kind of like sort of redo those episodes and add them to the list instead of like replacing. Because I still think like there's some decent like commentary that was in some of those that I'm not going to remember to redo. You know, that reminds me. So in that Demon Girl Next Door comic, the Demon Girl has a tail, obvious. Yeah, I keep having something with my throat. Bad timing, right? And I remember in, well, you know, there's a lot of weebs out there. What was... trying to think, what was the song? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. Yeah, I was not even close. Left, right, A, left, right, down. Wait. Left, right, A, left, right, down. There we go. Man, that's some good music right there. But anyway, so the whole point is, mentioning about like weebs and tails and whatnot, is that seems to be a big problem, huh? One of those, yeah, it's creepy. I remember I saw a kid once back in middle school who had a fake tail on. It was made out of paper, so it wasn't as cringe as like the stuff you have these days. And look, so it turns out you actually do need Din's Fire in order to progress through the game. And I always thought to myself, man, I wouldn't want one of these queer animal tails, that's for sure. But then I thought to myself, there's one thing, there's one creature that I absolutely adore, and it's the alien xenomorph from the movie Alien and Aliens. And I will not acknowledge any other movies after those. Alright, my favorite dungeon. The Shadow Temple. Well, let me get my, get arrows. I'm gonna do those bombs later. Alright, you want to get the thing to point towards... Make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternate alternative is descent into the deep darkness. So I thought to myself, well, I mean, if I were to have a tail, the alien xenomorph tail, so I can kill things with it. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't kill anything. But that would actually be kind of cool. 'Cause the alien xenomorph is one absolutely gorgeous creature. One who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. And this place was so scary. Shadow Temple. Here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. And yeah, this one I think has the map. Oh, that's right. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Nope. Yep. And this is we're gonna get the man, look at that wall with the skulls and the floor. Oh my god, it's so cool. And friggin' skulls are awesome. When I was a kid, I was like skeletons and skulls and stuff. Still do, obviously. I remember one thing was really stupid. Was when I was really young, I was like, oh, I wish I had a skeleton. Little did I know, I already had one. Yeah, but you know, obviously, you know, I didn't. I meant like, you know, as like, you see those medical skeleton thingies. What is hidden in the darkness? Tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. Now, I'm probably not gonna need the Lens of Truth most of the time, because I kind of like know my way through. But I will still use it because I'm definitely gonna still need to use it. Hey, look, it's our creepy friend again. I love this guy. Yeah, there's a way that like as soon as he goes into the dirt, if you jump attack, you can get him. But I never bothered trying to learn that. There we go. Look at that. Biggie sword putting in the work. Now we get the hover boots. Man, these things are so cool. I both loved and hated how they had no traction. One of the things I liked to do was equip all of the far right items. So, Biggie sword, mirror shield, hover boots, and blue tunic, and I would run around like that, even though it was incredibly stupid, because, you know, these are not boots you want to wear on the regular. They're still cool though. I've seen those randomizers where they add Ocarina of Time items into Majora's Mask. That's really cool, seeing some of the stuff you can do with the hover boots. Like, Link can stand on those lily pads in this swamp if he's wearing the hover boots. Alright. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, if you get close to that again, he'll just start yapping. That crazy bird. Okay, so you actually do have to be a little careful here, because even though you have the hover boots, if you're not careful, you can still just barely miss it. You know, I wonder, you can kill Beamos with bombs, but can you kill them with hammer? Because a lot of the things you can destroy with bombs, you can destroy with a hammer. Nope, guess not. I hate it when that happens. Just die. Die! Okay, that one's not the one. I think it's... yeah, whatever. Oh, lovely. Oh, no, about to be molested by a mummy. Okay. Everything's just going so swell right now. There we go. Not my mummy. You ever watch Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy? That's a great one. I have all those old Hollywood monsters. I think the Mummy's my favorite. You got a favorite cryptid though? There's a lot of them out there. I'm quite partial. Well, I think I already talked about this. Werewolf and Wendigo. Really, really like those two. Even though I definitely not... No, I guess you can't break that with... Oh, this guy's being a dick. Alright. So one thing that's cool about this is you can avoid damage by doing that. Oh yeah, there's also another gold Skulltula in this dungeon where you actually require the Scarecrow. So... Ah, I hate when that happens. And you can also do this. Yeah. Ow. Forget what's over here. This should be to the waterway. Ah, too soon. Alright, this should be the key. You got the key. Man, this dungeon is so cool. Love the spooky, creepy music. Man, this dungeon is so cool. Getting psyched, getting hyped. Yeah, brother. Let's play some awesome dungeon. That's the wrong way. Look at this guy's mouth. It's disgusting. He's got a big nose, too. I got a big nose, so I can dig it. We had a bird. It was a cockatiel. Very nice bird, very cute bird. Well, he wasn't a nice bird. He would always try and bite you. But he aside from that, he was a nice bird. And he would say my name and then say pretty bird. And I was like, oh, that's adorable. He thinks I'm a pretty bird. Must be because of this beak I got. Look at those rats. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's another area where this game has rats. I guess those are supposed to be rats. I guess you could say that maybe they're wolves because of the pointy ears. But they look much more ratty than wolfy. Uh-oh.
Watch out for shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling.
And it's only that small little area. Ooh, almost got my balls chopped off there. And I don't feel like fighting him. I think all that's in here, like, there's 2 chests in here, but big, like 2 or 3 chests, but none of them have anything useful. Let me get one of these guys. They tend to not do a lot of damage, so get my bow back out. So on Steam, you can get a game called Aliens vs. Predator. Actually, I think there's 2 of them. They're both called the same name. But one's from long time ago. But unfortunately, there's one game on Steam, the one game that's not on Steam, which is Aliens vs. Predator 2, which was developed by Monolith, the same people who made the Fear games and the Condemned games. And unfortunately, that's the best one of all the Alien vs. Predator games, and unfortunately, that's the only one you can't get. So that sucks. I actually still have my boxed disc copy from back in the day, but unfortunately, Sierra something entertainment maybe, they don't exist anymore. And in order to actually install the game, in order to play it, you need to do like some sort of server authentication. And since Sierra doesn't exist anymore, you can't do that. And it mega sucks, because I would love to play that game again. I wonder if it's considered abandonware. And if so, if you can find it online. And if so, if it's been, I don't know, what would you call it, jailbroken? Not that I don't know what jailbreaking means, I'm just saying I'm not sure like how you would call this, but a way to get around that authentication requirement. I'm sure someone's figured it out. I mean, people are brilliant. Unlike me. Well, I like to think I'm not stupid. I'm decent. I'm okay. Now, one thing that's always bothered me is that you can't get it perfectly centered on this. It's either one over here or one over there, and it's like drives me nuts. Nuts. And this is how you do this dungeon. I mean, this area of the dungeon. Getting crushed by that probably does one of those like void out things where you just respawn at the entry of the room. I don't remember. I'm sure I've gotten crushed by that before. It just hasn't happened in such a long time. Like that death I had the other day. That's still frustrating. Alright, only one of these chests is worth opening. That one down there is not one of them. Okay, that's not good. Okay. Oh, aren't we having fun here? That one is also not one of them. That's the one. But yeah, look at that, look at that. No, I guess it looks more wolfy now. But that tail still looks radish. And teeth, I don't know. Wishful thinking, I want it to be a rat. I'm okay with wolves though, wolves are cool. I don't like most dogs though, because most dogs look nothing like wolves. And then the further away from a wolf a dog looks, the less I like it. The less I can like it, really. Like, German Shepherds are cool. But, pugs are not. And some people probably hate me for saying that, but it just is what it is, brother. But I also don't want animals in general anyway, because ew, they poop. There we go. Birds are okay though. I don't know, there's something about birds is alright. Alright, this guy's coming over to go give his friend a morn. Now he's dead. What's in there? Nothing. Ow. There we go. Alright, can I get this without hover boots? I don't remember. I think you can, but I don't feel like having the hook shot back up here, so I'm gonna just do this anyway, just in case. And look! Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Alright, let's see if I remember what you need to do in here. First off, we got some flying rats. People call pigeons flying rats, but wouldn't bats be closer to being actual flying rats? Pigeons are gross though. And I don't like all birds. Alright, I think this, you have to destroy this. There's another room where there's going to be 3 of these wicked spinning skull vases, vase, come on. And you don't have to destroy any of them. Look at that, just barely. Just threading the needle, oh yeah. Come on, there we go. No! Press the wrong one like a dumbass. No. Man, I'm playing really recklessly, losing so much health. I should be more careful, but I don't want to. Now these guys can be a pain. You can either wait for this guy to stop blowing, or do this. And it's probably better just to do this because I forgot there's this guy over here too. And what's on the other side? Yeah, if you try to just walk off the ledge, going that slowly with the boots, you'll just hang off and probably end up getting auto-pulled back up, which is also annoying. Alright. What is in this room again? Probably... That doesn't seem right. There we go. This should be a key. It is not a key, that's unfortunate. Okay, what do you want to say? Oh, okay, now I remember what I'm supposed to do. Sacred feet. This sounds iffy. Alright, now I remember what to do. That room is actually a dead end. And there you go. Wow, I embarrassed myself. This is the room that has the key. Okay, probably going to... Nope, good, I didn't get molested. The way you can... The way you can tell between a normal pot and one that's going to fly towards you is that the ones that fly towards you are significantly smaller. Now that chest has nothing in it. Well, nothing that you should care about. This is where the key is located. There you go. I did not mean to do that. I meant to roll. Wow, this is falling apart. Oh my god. I hate opening chests that I don't need to open. But for the sake of convenience, I am not going to redo this recording. I'm just going to keep on going. I'm probably just going to delete this file afterwards anyway because I have a death on it, and that is an embarrassment. I am ashamed. I have brought great shame upon my family. And if you're wondering, yes, that is funny. If you don't think it's funny, you've been corrupted. Ah man, pushing blocks for long distances. Man, this is one long distance. Here we go. And before we do the river crossing, this is where we need to call our scarecrow friend, our straw friend. And thankfully this is another one that's not a douche when it comes to spawning. Dun 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 dun. And now, we play the magic song. This is a cool boat. I love the bells. I like the little bird head. I assume that's supposed to be a bird, because the other statues of those heads have wings, so they're birds. Horned birds. Devil birds. I do like the 3DS remake version of this boat, maybe more actually, because it has like the Grim Reaper front end. How far go up? Nope, can't get up there. Alright, it's about to hit this wall, and when it hits that wall, it's gonna fall.
Stank, the ship is sinking. Abandon ship. Get onto a safe platform.
And there it is. Sweet. There, see, it's got wings. You might say it could have been a bat, but it's got a beak. In order to get to the other side, apparently you can do that. Bam! Look at that face plant. And look, there's one over here too. Almost as if someone's already been here. Alright, this room's cool. Well, it's sort of cool. Nope, didn't remember correctly. I don't know if I need to use... Okay, here we go. The Ocarina again. Anytime soon. Open the door. Thank you. Alright. You can either use fire arrows or Din's fur. Pretty sure that chest has nothing in it. Give me that big ass jar. And killing both these guys is pointless, so we will not. Those skull lanterns are cool. Man, this whole place is cool. I assume you also think it's cool. Because I can't for the life of me understand why you wouldn't. Let's see. I think I need that again. Or not need it, but I'll want it. Now. Actually, don't remember. Oh, I hear a spider. That's what this room is. This room is just for a spider. And of course, I gotta go back into the inventory. Yeah, as far as I know, there's nothing else in here. As far as I remember. Because deep in the darkest recesses of my mind, I know. I just don't remember. Because apparently, it works like that or something. And we just ignore all these hands. Look at them. Alright, this is where I wanted Din's fire. Oh yeah, that's right. You cannot use other spells while using the Lens of Truth. And they're all dead. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a key. Although I've already been mistaken more than once, so it could very well possibly be not a key. And I have to pee. I'll probably do that after this dungeon's over. You see, this dungeon's pretty short. Comparatively. Or at least it feels like that. When I was a kid, and I was deathly afraid of this dungeon, I was like, yes, thank you, it's finally over. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be. But now I'm like, oh man, it's already over. I wanted more. This is also upcoming my favorite boss. He drops a mad beat, mother... And if I'm not mistaken, I need hover boots. I think you actually do require the hover boots, because there's like at least one jump that's not... Yeah, like maybe that one. Alright, this is a fun dungeon. I mean, a fun boss. Man, that's a lot of skulls. Drop a hot beat. This is also a very fast and easy to kill boss. Which is sad. Look at that guy, holy crap. And that's how you beat him. Yeah, poke him in the eyeball. Give him a poke. Oh my god, that was so fast. It's already over. So apparently that was what was trapped in the bottom of the well that we may or may not have released. Although I'm pretty sure, like I said in that previous episode, I don't think you actually need to play the Song of Storms or even get the Lens of Truth to be able to gain access to the Shadow Temple. Or that, you know, that cutscene for the Beast's releases. Awesome, look at that. Look at that. One more heart container, and that's from the Spirit Temple. Look, we got all the gold skull tools. There's only 3 more, and I still don't know what the heck this is. Oh! That's the Stone of Agony. I never got... Did I just forget to get that? This is all your fault, man. Like, if I wasn't so distracted with trying to entertain you, I would have remembered. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's vamonos. Was it? Yeah, vamonos aquí. Hayaku. Schnell. Mach schnell. Oh look, it's Impa. The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina, as I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker. Those things you already knew, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina. Man, this accent is losing its Swedishness. My duty bound to me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When last I saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. There's nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon, you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face and she'll explain everything. Will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, oh, I'm piling it on, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion. These medallions actually don't do anything at all. They're just shiny. Yeah. So, if you were a kid, like me, and thought, oh, I'm getting more powerful, I wonder how. You're not. Bummer, right? Apparently they were supposed to be more useful. Please look out for the princess. Alright. Another Dungeon down. So what am I gonna do now? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to play... What was the Spirit song again? Crap. I am, being embarrassed by myself. A down A, right down A. There we go. So I'm gonna grab the heart piece that's outside. Then I'm gonna enter the dungeon, safe shave my game, and start a new episode. Bet you can't wait for that. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna record it immediately after this one. That's why those first that first handful of episodes has such crappy qualities, because I didn't catch it in time, because I was an idiot. Well, I'm not learning my lessons, so I'm going to be doing the same thing anyway. If you play the Song of Storms at that oasis, it'll fill the oasis up. And with it, you'll get, like, some fairies or something. Yep, and look at that. Oh, look at that. So many hearts, man. So many hearts. Looking good. Looking good, brother. Looking all muscly with his hearts. Very healthy. Okay. Game saving time. Yes. And now, I will meet you another day.